Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little while since I've been in front of the camera talking to you guys. I just needed a little bit of time to recuperate and to just take a refresher. I had a lot of things going on in my personal life, but I'm feeling better. I'm back at this. We're going to do this, and I'm going to keep sharing my journey with y'all. So today I wanted to talk about 10 tips that I have for first year teachers. So I've had some people message me asking me, what are your go-to supplies for teaching? What is this? What are your must-haves? What should I do? I'm so nervous. Let me just tell you, the first year is going to be your hardest. It is. That's a fact. And honestly, it's going to take focus, determination, and a tribe for you to get through it. I remember back my first year, I had an amazing team. I could not have been more blessed with the team that I got placed in. I mean, they were just heaven sent. But you come in feeling like the new kid in town. Like, everybody has their teacher friends, and you're like, I'm young. They're looking at me like I'm an idiot. It's just, it's not a good feeling, but you're determined and you're ready and you want to learn and you want to make friends and you want to give your all to these kids and teach them everything you possibly can. I mean, it's a great feeling, but it's also an uneasy feeling, and I've been in your shoes. So I wanted to come on here and just give you some tips that can help calm your nerves, put you at ease, and just make you feel better about your first year, because what you're doing is an amazing career. It's honestly a calling, and I think you're just heaven sent for wanting to do this. So let me just give you some tips on how to get through your first year, and you can do it, I promise. If I can do it, you can do it. So I'm not putting these in any type of order from important to least important. They're just 10 tips. All right, so number 1, mentally prepare yourself. So we have a couple weeks until we go back, and we have about 3 to 4 weeks until our first kid walks through the door. Take these 2 weeks to learn, to look up your curriculum on whatever site you're looking on. So ours is TEKS. So we have a specific site where you can click on your grade level, view what you're supposed to be teaching, and it helps calm you down because you know what you're supposed to educate these kids with. Also, mentally prepare yourself to learn a lot, to take criticism, to take constructive feedback, to hear sad stories, to possibly deal with issues that you don't really want to deal with, whether it be with students, parents, staff. Mentally prepare yourself that sometimes things are going to be trivial and you're going to question yourself, and no, that's totally normal. Totally normal. I mean, there were countless times where other people my first year were telling me, like, why am I even doing this? Like, no one appreciates me. Why do I even do this? So it's totally normal. It's not just for first year teachers. Just know that that's going to happen, and it's okay, and it will get better. Don't overbuy things. Wait. So the next few weeks, the only thing you'll really need is some pens. Like, if you're like me and you're a pen snob, go buy you some pens that are going to make you feel better and bring you some joy. I mean, it's the little things, but I'm a pen snob as well. I get it. Get you some pens. Get you a cute planner. So this is going to be my life planner. So I do have a daughter, so I do need to plan outside of myself in school for me to be an individual, which you should too. And so I'm going to start with pens and a planner and a teacher planner. So I got this at Target. It's from the dollar section. I plan on using this only for school related things, whether it's after school activities, when grades are due, running records, what have you, meetings. I plan on using this. That way I can keep these two lives separate but still have them. That way I can feel like I have my life somewhat in order. That's all you really need right now. Honestly, when you go in there, look and see what your kids do not bring the first day. you're going to be getting to know your kids, and your kids are going to be getting to know you and each other. So just have the basics down. Have your classroom set up, have a calendar, your border, your bulletin boards, some dry erase markers. Have the basic necessities, but don't go out and buy all of these supplies until you see what your kids bring in, because they may surprise you with what they bring. Um, Invest in a good pair of shoes. So you are going to be on your feet a lot, especially when testing comes around, which testing comes around quite frequently for us. So you need to have a good pair of shoes to support your back and your feet, and it just makes life so much easier as a teacher when you have a good pair of shoes. I'm not shaming the Skechers, okay? They are really comfortable. They do the job. I did find a pair at Nordstrom Rack. I'm not sure what brand they are. They were just random, and they just slide on. They kind of look like Vans but cuter. I don't know. I'll have to find them and show y'all them. I'm having a cool video coming up that is some outfits, so stay tuned for that. I'll put it on there. Get to know your teammates and collaborate with them. So before school starts with your students, teachers normally go in for development, and that's where you meet your team. That's where you talk about what you're going to teach the first few weeks, how you're going to collaborate, get to know them. Get to know them on a personal level as well. Try to open up to them. Express how you're feeling. Express your fears. Express your concerns. Express everything to them. They are going to be the ones that have your back and hold you accountable, and you work together and bounce ideas off of each other to get things done. In the beginning, you may feel like you don't have anything to offer to the team because you're new and this is your first year, but trust me, you do. You went to school for this for a reason, and you know things. So use that little brain of yours and use that mouth of yours and vocalize whatever it is you want to say, because you will be heard and you will be more respected for it. Find a good teacher friend. So basically what I mean by this is find someone who is similar to you. Y'all have similar interests, y'all have similar humor. You feel like you can trust them, you feel like they're not sneaky. They're not super negative and they don't bring negative vibes. It's just someone that you know you can mesh with. And I know you know what I mean, because it's similar to like a regular friend. It's someone that you just connect with. And if you don't find that your first year, don't worry, I didn't either, but you will, because I didn't find mine until like the third year. So it happens. You find that one person who is your person, and you love and you stay connected no matter what. I mean, I have all kinds of friends, but you find one true person who you can just honestly just spill your heart out to, and that you can bounce ideas off of, and they can actually give you good advice and not just be a yes person and, oh, it's okay, you're so right. And they can actually tell you, no, this is what you're doing wrong and this is how we need to fix it. So get you a friend like that. There will be one eventually. Hang in there. Get a binder where you can take all of your notes. So what I do is I go to like Walgreens or CVS or Target or Walmart, wherever, Dollar Tree, and I get just a regular old journal. So I got this from Walgreens, and literally you take it to every meeting and you just write in it. I mean, whatever comes to mind, whatever you want to say, ideas you have, what have you. Take this with you everywhere. It's in one place. You have it. You know where it is. Simple. Keep one journal dedicated to your ideas, your notes, your meetings, everything. That way you always know where it is, and make sure to date it. That way you know when you wrote it and what you were talking about that day. That way you have a mental note and a visual. Use the first 2 weeks. Okay, so what I wanted to say is use the first 2 weeks of school with your kids as practice for behavioral management procedures. I mean, you can throw some curriculum in there, but most of your day needs to be redirecting, setting the tone for your classroom environment, getting your parents to know your expectations, and getting to know your parents and building that relationship with them, because that's going to be important with behavioral management. Set the tone those first 2 weeks. This is what I expect from you. This is why. This is how. This is when. This is what we're going to do. Parents, here you go. This is how we're going to communicate. This is when I expect homework. This is how you're going to get in trouble. This is what you're going to get in trouble for. And these are the consequences. And these are the praises and rewards for not getting in trouble. Set that tone. Set that baseline. You do not want to be doing this all year long with your kids. You need to set it in the beginning, be firm, and be strong in what you believe that should be expected in your classroom. Prepare your lessons and materials beforehand. You cannot go in there the morning of and think of a lesson and get all the materials ready for the day. I mean, I taught 3rd grade and now I'm going into 1st grade and I'm really going to have the materials ready for them. 3rd grade, they're a little more independent and they could get it done if I needed them to, but it wouldn't be quality work and it wouldn't be a quality lesson. So the week beforehand, even a month beforehand, even during the summer, if you know what you're looking at, get it prepared. I'm not saying you need to spend your time right now looking up lessons and freaking out, but the first 2 weeks before school starts, before your first kid walks through that door, sit down with your team. This is what I mean. Collaborate, figure out where your curriculum is going to come from, what you're going to use to assess them, and how you're going to grade these kids and figure out if they learned and retained what you taught them or not. So plan. Always, always plan. Don't wing it. I mean, winging comes at the very end, let's be real, when it's about to be summer or the day before a break, you're just like, whatever. But honestly, when it comes down to it and you want to have the most impact on your kids' education, you need to plan for them and to have the materials ready when they walk through that door. Find an organization system for your paperwork. I cannot stress that enough for you. Paperwork is insane as a teacher. That's just how it is. That's a fact. That's how it goes. If you don't like paperwork, sorry, it comes with the territory of being a teacher. You need to have file folders, label them however you want to. You can have dividers into a binder. You can do whatever type of organization skill suits you. But please, for the love, have one, because you do not want to be scrambling when your paperwork is due and having to explain to your admin why you didn't have it turned in on time, or why you've lost some things that are expected of you. So make sure you have a system in place where you know this is for your paperwork that has to be turned in. Make sure you have it written down in a academic planner that you have to remind you when something's due. Stay on top of that. That is so key, and it's law and you just need to do it. Find something that suits your personality and you, and keep it organized at all times. My main tip for you, self-care. Learn when to turn off teacher mode. So for my first year, I was coming home grading stacks of papers, stressing out over lesson planning. What am I going to do the next 2 weeks? Sometimes you just need to turn it off, watch some random reality show that's crummy, eat some crummy food, drink a bottle of wine. I'm not condoning alcohol drinking, but you know, it is what it is. Do something, get a massage, go for a walk, hang out with your best friend, go on a date with your husband or boyfriend or partner. Just do something that gets your mind off of everything that is school, because it will consume you your first year. You'll be thinking, am I doing this right? Am I doing it good enough? Do she like me? Do my students like me? Is my parent going to complain about this? Is my admin going to give me a good report back on my review? And just, it all just messes with your head, and it just plays, and it just causes you unnecessary anxiety. And when you come home, turn it off, tone it down, take a break. We are human too. We do not live in the school. We should not live and breathe the school. We need our individual time. So make sure that you take care of yourself and reset yourself. You'll be a better teacher for it, and you'll thank yourself later for it. So these are all the tips I have for you. I am coming back later with another teacher video, so stay tuned for that. But I hope this really helps you. I hope your year goes amazing and that you do find some teacher friends and you do have a great team and you collaborate and you just figure out this is what you love and it's your passion. And if it's not, and it's not something that you want to do anymore, don't feel shame for it. It is a hard job, but it's extremely rewarding. Hang in there. You're going to do just fine. You're going to have a great year. I can feel it. It's going to be a good school year. So I hope these tips helped you. Leave a comment down below if you have any tips for me. I'm always willing to learn. I do not think I'm the end all be all with advice because I'm definitely not. I am always learning, always wanting to grow. So leave anything down below in the comments. I'd love to talk to you. Give this a thumbs up if you like this and like me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out some of the discount codes I have listed down in the description box for you and some free things. Free, that's right. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.